Hello, everyone. And I was saying thank you, Chandra, for beautiful music for the meditation. So we are ready to start the session now with folded hands and heart full of gratitude. We begin this sacred gathering of offering our deepest thanks to Brahmashri Pitama Patriji, whose divine guidance continues to illuminate countless lives. We also bow in reverence to all the astral masters during their guiding energies and higher consciousness that protect, inspire, and silently support us in this inner journey. Today's space is one of the awareness, stillness, and truth, and we are deeply grateful to each soul present here. On behalf of the host Savoch and myself, we warmly welcome each one of you to the space of reflection, awareness, and truth. Your presence here adds to the collective energy of this evening. It is truly an honor for us to welcome our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. Gurpinder Kaur, a homeopathic doctor since 1997. She brings with her decades of healing experience as a certified applied yoga guide for over 20 years, a diet and nutrition expert, Reiki grandmaster, and acupressure practitioner. During the challenging times of COVID, she initiated a training in spiritual tablets, offering guidance, balance, and her inner strength when it was needed most. Today, Dr. Gurpinder Kaur gently reminds us of a simple yet transformative truth to live in the present moment with awareness. So may this session open our hearts, quiet our minds, and guide us closer to our true selves. Welcome and thank you for walking this journey with us. Now, before we begin, just few simple house rules. We would like to briefly share the flow of today's sessions so we can all remain aligned and present today. So we will start with a short guided meditation, which we did already, allowing us to settle into stillness and arrive fully in this moment. So I hope this meditation helped. This will be followed by an insightful talk with our guest speaker, after which we will open the space for a question and answer session. As we are mindful of the time, we aim to conclude the session by 10 p.m. or shortly thereafter. In case we are unable to address all your questions during the live session, we invite you to please share them in the WhatsApp group where we will request Gurpinder ma'am to answer it later time. And we gently request everyone to remain patient and present until the end of the talk, allowing the wisdom to unfold naturally. And a very, very, very humble request to all the audience here to keep your videos on. And it is a respect to the speaker who has come to share her journey. So we will all request to keep to flow of the energy. We want your videos to be on and present in the moment to listen to it. So thank you for your understanding and cooperation and your loving presence. And with this, I will I will go to Sarvoj and please start the session. Thank you. Sarvoj, you are on mute.
We always do this mistake.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone. First of all, I would like to mention that my name is Sarvoj Patel, and some of you guys know me already. And it's been a very beautiful journey on this platform. And today we have a beautiful program starting on, and I am so excited. If I say something mad, don't think I am mad, okay? Because I always say things. But today I'm super excited because I have been given this opportunity by PSSM Australia, and I'm glad that I am being a part of this program. And especially, many thanks to Gurpinder ma'am for coming on this platform and sharing all the knowledge. And today we will learn a lot from you. So thank you so much. In the beginning, I'm saying thanks, and at the end, I will be more thankful. So, Gurpinder ma'am, I have heard a lot about you, and glad to see you in person, virtually at least. Uh, I would like to ask you a few questions today. I know that there are, in Hindi, we call it bhandar, like abundance of knowledge you have got, and by His grace. But today we'll start with your journey, and I would like to ask you a question with the start that how did you um grow up, and how did you manage to come to spirituality afterwards? So start with your journey, ma'am. Please share your wisdom that how was your childhood like? How did you start?
First of all, thank you. Thank you to all beautiful souls, divine souls, and congratulations for the wonderful initiation and a good start. अभी बहुत कुछ नया नया यहाँ आ रहा है PSSM ऑस्ट्रेलिया प्लेटफॉर्म पे, तो अगेन सभी के भीतर बैठी उस परम चेतन तत्व को नमन. आई सैल्यूट टू that divine consciousness that's residing inside each and everyone. So with this we start my childhood. As I born in a Punjab, India, in a very remote areas of the Punjab, rural areas, no urban communities and other things, because my father was a medical officer, and the department chose to give him such dispensaries or such medical hospitals. Those are always abandoned by other doctors. So and he never chose that my family, my wife, my kids will stay in city and he will serve in the rural area. No, he always carry us for 3-4 years. When there one thing start working, one dispensary start working at one place, then he was shifted to the another remote village or remote areas, so that medical services can be spreaded in a gentle way. So in that way, my childhood was totally like playing outside in the fields, running in the mud, playing everything, whatsoever. No at all restriction, any restriction completely. Sometimes we got apartment inside the village panchayat made little bit arrangements for the doctors. We used to stay there, or otherwise small houses in the areas whatsoever we get on the rent. But point is that in a deep understanding in our mind, in all our my siblings, and that for duty and for truthfulness and for honesty, and oath taken by a professional as a doctor, even when we completed our medical, we have to take an oath that we will serve for the humanity. And that what I saw my parents that they are doing. No priority for the that apart from the path they choose for the service, because it was 1970s early. I am 1972 born, so 19th early areas. So at that time, only two persons are fully worshipped in the village. One is a doctor and other is sarpanch and jo head. They are they are able to complete transformation of that area, or these two can ruin that area. So my father was totally social. जिस एरिया में भी जाना, dispensary, along with dispensary medical services, my mother and my father choose to give education to the girls, especially at night time. 13 to 15 year number of girls always we saw that our house, parents trust them and they stay with us till exams. And in this way, the service, total service, no any, never we feel the vibes of selfishness in our house. Never. What is the personal, what are the personal interests for your social life or personal life? We have no idea at that time. Totally social welfare. कहीं पे कोई और कुछ हो जाता, तो even being a educated person as a doctor, head of the village come to take advice from my father. So in this way, and in schools, you know, near about my schooling started at age of 5. Now I am 54. So in so much time back, schools in the villages and rural areas, even in suburban areas, was in a disaster state. So we have to pick the mat from the house, and wherever we can sit, we can start reading. And being a student, a child of a doctor, or my mother was also a double graduate at that time, and she also worked as a doctor with my father to look after patients, those come at home. So in this way, study was from childhood. So at that time, वो होता था कि fifth, at the age of 5, you got the first, you get admitted in the first standard. But as I approached that age and I went to the school, and I was like that, first day, everything I shared in one go till fifth standard. And they immediately make me monitor for fifth standard, from first to fifth standard. So that caused a little bit for me and for my parents. It was, a teacher was also surprised that how she come for admission on the very first day, and she was ready with all 5 classes, and I give them, and immediately, because of protocol, I was not promoted to the 6th class, but I was made monitor of first to fifth. In this way, at that time, I start realizing what it mean by being a female. Or at that time, I start realizing your intelligence doesn't matter if you are a female. Because at that age of 5th, 6th, I start experiencing when I become monitor, and naturally, as a monitor or head of the class, I have to teach students, I have to ask them questions, I have to ask them to stand up, and that note, all boys, they become enemy of me. Even I start getting threats. Oh, when you come in the evening with your father at our house, at that time, masters, a doctor has to visit all patients in the evening. So my father used to use cycle, and I always company with him when he went for the patient checkup in the evening. And they said, okay, when you will come at our house, देख लेंगे तुझे। अब कल स्कूल में तो बड़ी मॉनिटर बनती है, लड़की होके हम पे रो। At that time, proudly brought up, and my father, my mother never make us that I am an other gender. Never. They brought up as a human being and excellent human beings. But when I start realizing that this factor I have to, from that very time, those threats and those discriminations and were so strong कि I used to tell teachers कि this boy is teasing me in this way, they are threatening me कि yes school से बाहर. At the age of 6, 5 or 6, one child is struggling with this. So teachers, nobody has dared to say something. Leading persons, पंचायत के जो होते थे, उनके बच्चों को वो they are not able to say something because all teachers are dependent on them to survive in a village. So at that time, I really start feeling suffocated. But on the same note, consciously, unconsciously, my father, as I told my father that I face this, he said, you are brave enough. तू तो शेरनी है और तुझे किसी चीज से डरने की जरूरत नहीं. एंड आई स्टार्ट बिहेविंग लाइक अ टॉम बॉय, और वो लड़कों की तरह उनके साथ ही वही सब करना, और एक अपना, लेकिन सबकॉन्शियसली एक लेयर, hard layer, I start developing around my mind, around my emotions, around my all over personality. And I was completely in a shadow, or in a surrender, or dependent on my father. At that time I realized this person, if I am as a strong sport, if father is there, मैं दुनिया में कुछ भी उखाड़ सकती हूँ, कुछ भी उखाड़ सकती हूँ. Nobody has a dare to say me anything when I am right. Being a human being, we are all one. Why being a girl or being a woman I was teased, जबकि मैं तो इंटेलिजेंट हूँ, मैं फर्स्ट आती हूँ. Then why I was poked in this way? And suddenly in rage one day, there was all in I don't know, I am taught just like वो बाबा आदम के जमाने की बातें कर रही हूँ. तो at that time पॉन्ड्स होते थे स्कूल्स में, वो जो होता था एक पट्टी मिलती थी, उसको हम साफ करते थे, उसी पे कलम से एंड उससे लिखते थे. And when we all are at the lunch break, we all were there to clean our board. And I pushed those boys in the water lake. तुम लोग जब मुझे देखोगे, चलो मैं अभी तुम्हारा, और I was not realized कि yes, in this way, if somebody is not habitual, 6 साल के ही थे वो भी, तो they can drown. तो उस समय मुझे अपने अंदर के गुस्से का भी, दैट आई टिल नो, कि जब कोई मुझे मेरे अस्तित्व को चैलेंज करता है, एट दैट टाइम आई रिबेल. एंड थ्रू आउट लाइफ आई फील दीज चैलेंजेस. And after coming into spirituality, then I a little bit become mild. But during college life, school life, even in professional life, whenever somebody ladies के बस की बात नहीं, and then I वो कमर कसना भी हो जाता है, and then I take the challenge. Yes, I can do. And in this way, first of learning and awareness, जो मेरे याद रहता है वो चीज के being a female, I was challenged in my childhood. And as a spiritual part, my life, as I told you that my parents, they are totally divine. Everybody, wherever they go, even department, Ayurvedic department, choose my father to send in such areas जहाँ पे कहीं पे भी कोई डॉक्टर पहुंचने के लिए राजी भी नहीं होता था. And he did miraculous work. And that I got the value of that I feel after death of my father. When the department approached me when I was doing my homeopathic degree, they said, don't do homeopathic, choose for Ayurvedic, and we will happily appoint you in those areas where your father served. That was beautiful thing. But my father's last wish was for me that future is for homeopathy. No way, no Ayurvedic, no. MBBS. So in this way, he was such a, I acknowledged his qualities after his death more than his when he was present with me. So in spirituality, we are used as a in a Sikh family, and as a educated person, he was a completely care of if the parents are not involving kids in a positive way at home, then we will definitely take the essence from surrounding, because we used to school was far miles away, and we used to walk and come late along with other students. Lots of impacts are there. So they used to our training, like my training as a spirit for spiritual life initiation. Both gurus are my mother and father, because इतने बच्चे घर पे होते थे, रात को लड़कियां होती थी, उनको अर्ली मॉर्निंग उठ के पढ़ाना होता था. They used to on the radio, first of all in the morning, 6 p.m. Gurbani and other things, bhajan, for the half an hour from Vivid Bharati. It comes in the morning. Name I am forgetting. Lekin fully spiritual, religious, bhajan, shabad, sutra. It was must for us to listen, and then they contemplate and they tell us about those things. And
Amazing.
we are used to. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really amazing, ma'am. The whole journey since your childhood, it was amazing, and I could see that joy on your face when you're talking about your childhood. Like the way you explained your schooling, and threatening boys, I'll fight with you and this and that. And your father was always supportive, and you were always under his shelter. It was amazing. And another thing which I could say that Dr. Gurpinder, right? Because you always have been into that zone of seva. So seva service, which should be there, and Sikhism teaches you
Comes
first of all
naturally.
the very first thing, right? So
Yeah.
that is in your blood, which is a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. So, ma'am,
Yes.
I would again continue this journey, beautiful journey of yours. That after this of your span of time, when which you have shared with us, how did you attracted towards spirituality? What was the pull which pulled you, and you started your journey towards spirituality?
Yeah.
That's something everybody would like to know now.
Yeah, that is just very from the very beginning, as we become aware of surrounding. As radio come in our house, our spiritual journey started. And I used to look at radio ke kahan se wo niklenge. In that process, one day I broke my bone to find someone in the radio. So that was the, and as my schooling completed, and I have to go for the medical college at that time, we were completely with this कि सुबह उठ के गुरबानी लगानी है, पाठ करना है, और whatsoever good you can do for yourself and for others, you have to do. But when I was going till +2, at that time our 10th was by board, my +1 was board, +2 was board. 3 years continuously, because at that time, first time in 90s, it was introduced in Punjab, +1 and +2. Otherwise, it was a prep and other things. Though after 10th, 3 years continuously of board exams. And from that time, in the 10th, I topped the board. And after that, when it comes to वहां पे एक वो शुरू हुआ डाउनफॉल भी एज ए टॉपर. एंड आफ्टर टॉपर, when you have to realize that कि if something is not up to mark, that is not the failure, because in +1 it's a board. At the final exam, my bio exam, there is some incident, and my father's hand was chopped. And it was a severe shock for us, because we all are sisters. We have no brother, and father was the whole thing for us all girls. we have a only one thing, important thing in our life, that was our papa. So at that time I was so depressed, I can't fully justify my exam, and first time I faced the supply, at that time supply back, and it was like a shock for me. And my father also, after looking my condition, he also become worried that she is not able to face the failure. Then again in +2, universe gave me the second shock. First supply I cleared, no doubt, but in the +2 again, at the when it was next day was a chemistry exam, and my grandmother passed away, and my parents have to go to the other city, and I was alone with my younger sisters at home, and everybody was coming at home, and I forgot to join my exam, and again supply, and from there my severe migraines start. Now I understand, when we give tough time to our body, that we always trying to be with the others parameters, and migraine becomes more severe. So at that time I start feeling backdrops. But point is that my father is with me. My father is with me. When I have to go for a medical college, I was not ready to go for medical college. My PMT was clear. I have to, if I have to choose MBBS, I have to go out of Punjab. That is not allowed by family to my father. And grandparents were not ready. And for Ayurvedic department is ready to send me Russia, but my father was not ready. My father was only that homopathy is for her, and she is going to be a homeopathy doctor. And I was totally, I want to be a fashion designer, because मैं painting करती थी, dance करती थी, और crochet, knitting and every stuff वो सब करती थी. तो एट डे ही मैं कॉलेज जा रही थी, तो रोते हुए मुझे लेके गए थे डॉक्टर बनवाने, एडमिशन के लिए. एट दैट टाइम वाज माय डे ऑफ more spiritually aware. As we reach there, he said he कभी एक दिन के लिए कहीं नहीं छोड़ा था, और वो छोड़ के मुझे वापस आ गए. As he reached home, I take a bus and I again came back. It goes on for 15 days. Morning, Papa dropped me on other city from Bathinda. Abohor is 2-hour journey. And he goes straight to hospital, came back from hospital at 7 p.m. after second shift. And I, before he came home, and I will be, I always there at home. At that time, he said, कि you have to do this. 15 days मैं इतनी दूर जाती, बस लेके वापस आ जाती, और ये चलता रहा. लेकिन फिर उन्होंने स्ट्रिक्टली मुझे बोला कि नहीं, अभी नहीं. सुबह उठो, अपना गुरबानी लगा लेनी है. रेडियो दिया कि अभी से ये समझना है कि तेरा माता पिता सिर्फ परमात्मा है. हाउ आई विल मेक माई फूड, हाउ आई विल. जबकि घर में 10th क्लियर होते ही उनका यही था कि यू हैव टू लर्न एवरी वर्क, किचन वर्क, क्लीनिंग वर्क, एवरी ट्रेनिंग ही गेव अस अंडर हिज ट्रेनिंग. किचन में खाना बनाना मेरे पापा सिखाते थे हमें, मम्मी नहीं, कि यू शुड बी ऑलराउंडर इन ऑल वेज. तो उस वजह से जब उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि यू हैव टू बी हियर, एंड 4 बजे चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, बट कम वे, कोई अलार्म नहीं लगाना. यू हैव टू लर्न टू गेट अप exact at 4 o'clock by yourself. That is your training. And that was the day I never ever in my life that as 4:30, 3:30 I wake up. Still now he said कि yes, only the God, only the universe, only the Babaji, Guru, whatsoever is, he is your mother, father, start connecting with him. वो morning connection that I start feeling, and that give lots of strength when it's come to my life challenges. In, as I told, in 1+1+2, as my exam approached, one bad incident, and at this time, maybe we say that we create our own reality whatsoever, but I start as I go in the medical college. वही था कि किसी के आगे झुकना नहीं है, किसी की गलत बात को, when I am okay, I never hurt anybody, I never cross boundaries, I never take advantage from anybody. And why I not allowed to be in my own area? Then is the ragging part. Words ragging. And I was the only one that took the stand that I am not going to support you this way. And I launched a complaint against all seniors. And there is a massive boycott from all teachers and for whole college. And the girl with I share my room, one senior used to visit 1 hourly, 2 hourly, that her class, her roommate even didn't talk with her. Means such as isolation, immediate. One pain is leaving home, leaving father, leaving sisters, family, staying outside, and other is I told them I came here to study. I didn't care come here to spend my life in this way, funny way. मैं डॉक्टर बनने आई हूँ, पढ़ने आई हूँ. सो दे सेड ठीक है, डॉक्टर बनना तो सिर्फ प्रिंसिपल के कमरे में बैठ के पढ़ो. 6 months I usually sit in the principal's room. Every teacher has to teach me there. 6 month ragging was going on, and this protest was going on, and in this way, totally rivalry with the whole college. And why I was so brave? Because of कि मेरे साथ सिर्फ पापा है.
Ma'am, thank you so much. And I could see that he played a very, big role in your life, like all parents do. However, I just take a little bit out of the track. My question is, we feel that, all your traumas in your adult age is because of your childhood. So we create a subconscious mind until 12 or 14, and if someone is not in spirituality, they whether they know it or they don't know it, they live their whole life with the mind of that 12-year-old child. So in your case, and what you told in the beginning is very protective and very good childhood you had. So my question is, do you think you had some childhood traumas that you carried in the adulthood, and that you did now try to fix through spirituality?
It's not a childhood trauma, it's a lifelong traumas. That what I am next telling you. Okay, that in the first year of my medical college, I got a vision. At that time, I start feeling that I got insights, clairvoyant sights, third eye experiences.
Okay, so in the time
At that time, yes, at that time, that's why all are interconnected. He asked, Sash asked me spiritual journey. So
Yes.
my father's spiritual journey was with my all from childhood, because in age of 3-4, when my father used to go for visit and I was not with him, and if I sit outside, it was clear cut that he will never come back in one day. For a 3-4 years a child, that vision that my father is not being with me for a long time. That's why I always company with him, and I want to be with him always, क्योंकि वो मैं किसी को बता नहीं सकती थी कि मुझे क्या महसूस होता है.
Ma'am, when
So
you said
that's
you
why.
had the visions, like, do you had dreams, or how?
No, I am sitting outside at the house, the hospital's quarters, and looking at and waiting for the father. And in spite of him, I have a vision that somebody is telling me he will never come back. All my experiences are open eye experiences.
Okay.
Open eye experiences. And in same way, one day I was sitting in the classroom, in the principal's room. I was reading something, and all of a sudden everything got around me changed, that I am sitting in a practical, and in front of mentor I get fainted, and somebody is telling that her father passed away. That's why she didn't prepare for the exam. 4 months before, this was loud, clear, with my open eyes. Principal room totally changed into the practical room. Viva chal raha hai, and internal, external बैठे हैं. I was fainted, and some third person is telling her father passed away. That's why. Or in same 2-3 days, I got news from Batinda that your father is admitted Patiala. He is not recovering from his obstructive jaundice, and he is admitted. Within 3 days I got, and everybody saying 2-3 months, everybody was saying doctors, because he is a doctor, and everybody come here and console us कि सब कुछ ठीक हो जाना है. पटियाला गए, वहां से तो jaundice कितनी बड़ी बात है. But I know that I saw that he will never come back. So I was so feared. I never used to go my house where my sisters and my mother was there. My brother-in-law and my father was at Patiala hospital, and I sleep at neighbor's room house. आई वॉज सो फियर्ड, किसी को बता नहीं सकते. आप इमेजिन करके देखो कि एक बच्चे को ये पता है कि मेरे फादर, सब लोग कह रहे हैं ठीक हो जाएंगे, बट आई नो कि वो नहीं ठीक होने वाले. और मैं घर में जाने से घबराती थी, बट होम्योपैथी मेडिसिन उनकी चल रही थी. वो मुझे अबोहर से लेके पटियाला पहुंचना पड़ता था. मैं मॉर्निंग चलती थी अबोहर से मेडिसिन लेके 5 o'clock बस में. evening till evening I reach Patiala. It was a 7 hours run. वहां हॉस्पिटल में फादर को वो डोज देती थी. पूरी रात उनकी वो पोजीशन ऑब्जर्व करते थे. अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर पोजीशन नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग अगेन आई केम बैक एंड आई टुक. वो डॉक्टर सिर्फ एक डोज देते थे डेली की, और डेली मुझे 7 hours बस से एक साइड ट्रेवल करके वो डोज लेके आती थी. और इन दिस वे एक दिन जब डोज लेके पहुंची, April 26, there was nobody in hospital. So वहां पे बोला गया कि उनको पीजीआई ले गए, क्योंकि एवरीबॉडी वाज अवेयर कि बच्ची तो पहुंच गई है, लेकिन अब इसको कैसे बताएं कि डेथ हो गई है, और घर ले गए हैं उनको. तो रात को वहां रिश्तेदारों के रुकी, लेकिन somebody broke up in the middle कि he passed away.
मैम
उस समय तो मैंने अपने आप को पत्थर बना के वापस पहुंच गई थी, लेकिन मैंने उनका मुंह नहीं देखा बिल्कुल भी. एंड एट दैट टाइम माय लाइफ बिकम लाइक अ स्टोन आउटसाइड, इंटरनल टोटली बर्निंग, और डे नाइट बर्निंग, एंड टोटली हेल्पलेस. एंड दोज पीपल who used to respect me, used to respect us, used to say that yes, you are our daughters, all their gestures changed, their intentions changed. And I was elder at that time. My younger one was just 10-year-old sister. And my concern was how to take care of all kids. From those hands, they come for the help, and they extend next with other attentions.
Right, ma'am.
And even in the profession, जहाँ पे मैंने इतना लोगों को वो किया था कि उनके खिलाफ रैगिंग का, and they were, अब तो इसको सबक सिखाना है. ये बठिंडा की फिलोसफर थी ना, इसको अब अच्छे से सबक सिखाएंगे. नाउ नोबडी इज विद हिम. तो तब पहली बार मुझे सप्ली आई फिर से क्योंकि उस दिन तो फादर का क्रिया थी, तो मैं पेपर में ही नहीं अपीयर हुई। सप्ली फिर से आई, वो शॉक में बियर नहीं कर पाई और पैरालिसिस का अटैक आ गया बॉडी को।
Okay.
ठीक है, नीचे की बॉडी सिर्फ माइग्रेन के अटैक उठते थे बहुत जबरदस्त, वॉमिट होती थी। मैं अपने ननिहाल में थी, ठीक है, विद माई मामा जी एंड अदर थिंग, पटियाला में ले आए। डॉक्टर्स ने बोला कि देयर इज नो ट्रीटमेंट, नो होप फॉर दैट, यू कैन टेक हर एट होम, जस्ट सर्व हर, we can't say कि when she will recover because at that time in 1994 no medicine was there. जब हेडेक होता था तो पेन किलर देते थे 2-3, और नींद नहीं आती थी तो डेजापाम के इंजेक्शंस लगते थे। बस जब वॉमिट होती थी तो कोई ना कोई उठा के लेके जाता था, सिर्फ अपर बॉडी बस अलाइव, नीचे से कुछ भी। एंड वन डे व्हेन डॉक्टर्स से कि ले जाओ, अभी few months, few years before, 2 years before, husband passed. Now the strongest girl who is on the path of father to be a doctor, वो अब ऐसी कंडीशन में पड़ी है। इसके इन बिटवीन घर में एक मेल चाइल्ड हुआ दीदी के, उसकी भी मुझे क्लियर विजन आ गई थी। आई वॉज सो, सब लोग डेकोरेट कर रहे थे, घर डेकोरेट कर रहे थे कि बेबी बॉय आफ्टर फादर, सबको यही लग रहा था कि वही वापस आए हैं। मैं भी अपने कॉलेज से आई कि सेलिब्रेशंस होनी है, ऊपर जाके नहाने लगी। मम्मी ने बोला कि पाठ होना है और उसके इन लॉज आर कमिंग, एंड ऊपर गई। ऊपर जाके बैठ के एक ही बात बोली कि किस चीज की सेलिब्रेशन कर रहे हो, ईच एंड एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू एंड। एंड इतने में ही मैंने सिस्टर को बोला, मम्मी को बोला, नीचे से चीखने चिल्लाने की आवाजें आने लगी कि चाइल्ड इज नो मोर, 3 days। सो आई वॉज टोटली फोबिक विद माई परसेप्शंस। मुझे अपने आप से डर लगने लगा था कि जो भी गलत होता है वो मुझे दिख जाता है। जैसे ही मेरे एग्जाम आने, उसमें घर में किसी ना किसी की डेथ हो जानी। मैंने सबको पता था, इसको बताना नहीं, लेकिन आई डोंट नो व्हाई इट हैपेंड। सो फादर का भी हुआ तो सेम। जब मम्मी मुझे लेने आए पटियाला के, ले जाना है, घर में पड़ी रहेगी। एट दैट टाइम in Patiala there is a Dukh Nivaran Gurdwara of Guru Tegh Bahadur ji. Mummy was there sitting, and one friend of my father came and talked to her. आप यहाँ पे कैसे? She said Gurpinder is now just like in a scrambled state, and doctors say there is no hope for her survival. He said it's okay, I am coming. आप 2 दिन रुको, यहाँ मैं दवाई दूंगा। उन्होंने मेडिसिन देनी शुरू करी। तीसरे दिन मेरी लिम्स ने, पैरों ने वर्क करना शुरू कर दिया। विद इन 7 days, पैरालिसिस का इफेक्ट था, बट विद इन 7 days मम्मी मुझे घर ले गए। और वहां जाके फिर चैलेंज था कि अभी डॉक्टरी को कैसे परस्यू करना है।
Ma'am, I would
क्योंकि
like to take
डॉक्टर्स,
a pause over here. Sorry to interrupt you. Just a pause because I would like to understand this, that you said that you have got some visions before and after, and those visions, like, you were not doing any practices, right? So when you were on your journey of studying, and then after this sudden incident happened with your father, and then after you got visions as well, before and after. So what was it like? Like, how did it happen? Would you like to explain a little bit about that? Was it like something because of you were practicing something in Sikhism? Because Anapanasati was not introduced yet. So what was the reason and how that started? Please elaborate a bit about that.
what I tell you, that at 4 p.m. when Gurbani start, Anapanasati, what we said, mindfulness, we become in the present moment. We become in Bhagyan Bhairav Tantra, there are lots of techniques. So when you become one with the name of God, at one end, all words disappear and only internal silence is there. Because when you become aware that it's the practice that is for me. जैसे पापा ने बोला कि यही तुम्हारे माता पिता है, तो माता पिता के साथ क्या होता है? सरेंडर, गुरबानी चलनी शुरू हो गई. इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड द वर्ड्स समझते समझते यू मेक अ पर्सनल रिलेशन विद दैट डिवाइन वाइब्रेशंस, एंड वो कब आप उसमें इमर्ज हो जाते हो, you I always used to go in trance, and whenever I visit to Gurdwara, even in childhood, I don't know, maybe that was a past karma deja vu experience. I never as a other person go we bow down, take a prasad and came back. No, I always start crying there. घर में भी जब कभी पहले होता था, गुरु ग्रंथ साहब घर में आता था, कोई घर में शादी है, कोई फंक्शन है, जैसे ही वो पाठ पढ़ने लगते थे एक रिदम में, आई स्टार्ट क्राइंग.
मैम
उसकी एक्सप्लेनेशन कोई नहीं दे पाता था. रिलेटिव बोलते थे ये मनहूस है. जब अच्छा समय आता है, कुछ वो होता है कि कोई शगुन का समय होता है, ये रोना शुरू कर देती है. लेकिन दैट वो जो कनेक्शन वाज कि दैट I am that and he is me. We are one. तो वो जो सेपरेशन थी, उसके साथ वो जो डिवाइन के साथ था ना अटैचमेंट, कि समथिंग बिगर, जो मुझे अपना याद आता था कि मेरी कनेक्शन एक बड़े किसी के साथ है
उसके साथ
और मैं उसको मिस कर रही हूँ. आई वॉन्ट टू कनेक्ट. वो पेन ऑलवेज रहता था कि आई वॉन्ट टू इमर्ज. ये छोटे होते थे मैंने फील किया हुआ था. आई वॉन्ट टू इमर्ज इन दैट.
मैम नाउ
दैट इज द बेस.
Yes, and for our audience, yes, you were religious and probably it's past life karmas and everything has come up. But we want to know now that Anapanasati is been introduced to you, how it has changed your life or it has made any difference. How do you take Anapanasati meditation at the moment?
Anapanasati is introduced in my life lots of time back when I started practicing yoga, and because there is all practices of breath meditation we used to do, and we used to teach other. Anapanasati is not new for me. When I started practicing from 1997, I again took I dropped the government job because I was supposed to take a government job on behalf of my father, but I took the challenge and I practice and open the charitable dispensaries in the rural areas. I used to go and teach their yoga, pranayam, everything, diet, nutrition, homeopathy, everything. So Anapanasati is, yes, when we become aware of our breath, prana, because of that we are surviving. So in Ayurveda and in yoga, prana is something that enter in our body through breath. कहते हैं कि सांसों की डोर से वो अंदर जाता है. That energy is something different. So in this way, breathful जो है Anapanasati, it gives a great miracle anytime when I practice. But as I told you, I also connected from 1998. I was connected with Ramakrishna Mission. That was next time sharing we can keep how I was connected with Thakur Ramakrishna Paramahansa, because I was completely a Sikh follower. And for me, when I heard that वो Hindu temples में माता के भजन वो गानों पे, I used to make jokes. But how the power of Hanuman ji transfer my life and give me 360 change from Sikhism to experience each and every religion. मेरे लिए आनापानासती नहीं, छोटे होते आई वॉज यूज टू, मैं कवाली करवा के भी बच्चों को मेडिटेशन करवा लेती थी. आई वॉज सच इट वाज अ टाइम व्हेन वो लाइट चले जाना, टीवी पे चित्रहार देखना होता था सभी ने, अड़ोस पड़ोस के बींगा, जैसे मैंने बताया कि डॉक्टर एंड सरपंच वाज द मेन अथॉरिटीज, एंड एवरीबॉडी यूज्ड टू come to our house to see all serials and pictures. And when it was light चली गई या सिग्नल चला गया, चलो बैठो सब लोग शब्द गाओ, भजन गाओ या कवाली गाओ. In this way I used to guide masses for meditation. अब उसको आप जो भी बोलिए कि ध्यान करवाना था क्या था, that I used to do. नुसरत फतेह अली खां की कवाली पे भी मैं उनको साइलेंटली बिठा देती थी, तालियां मार मार के कि एक हो जाओ, लाइट आएगी. दैट वाज माय वियर्ड. वो अभी भी याद करते हैं, कहते ये हमें कवाली के साथ भी ध्यान करवा देती थी.
Amazing, ma'am. You have so many different techniques. So we can get into the meditations. And especially, I would like to mention that you just mentioned that there will be another episode of your journey in which you will share more about your spiritual experiences. Because I personally would like to know a lot of that. And coming from Sikhism to other, I won't use the word religions or religion whatsoever, because
Belief, we can say.
yeah,
Belief.
beliefs, yes,
Yeah.
because they are all one. So we
One.
believe in that, right? So
Yes.
Sikhism is no different than Hinduism, that came out of Hinduism anyway. So everything is combined. But now, because we are time sensitive right now, so next episode 100% we are doing with you. Please be aware that you have to take out some time for us. And now, because we have beautiful faces over here and they are actually waiting for you to answer their questions. So if you can take out a little bit of time, like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, we can take some questions and we can go ahead and close the sessions afterward.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What is the timing now and till we have to?
So it's almost 10 o'clock now. And we'll take, if you have 5 minutes, we'll take some questions. If somebody wants to ask
Yeah.
questions, then sure.
Queries
Please,
must be,
yeah,
yes.
yes. Please.
कोई doubt मन में नहीं रहना चाहिए.
Absolutely.
Yes,
ma'am.
and sorry for, but my flow is always in Hindi. So
That's
next
fine.
time I will try. Yeah.
I'm sure
You're
the
an English
people are
good.
able to
Yeah,
understand.
you can,
Yes.
you can take a wisdom session, but when it's your
Journey.
personal emotions, that can be expressed only in और इससे भी ज्यादा पंजाबी में.
पंजाबी में.
आप पंजाबी च भी करांगे मैम.
Oh, very good.
Section especially in Punjabi.
Well, that definitely will do that. Now I
Thank
would
you.
last.
जीके सर ने मुझे बता दिया है कि नाउ आई हैव टू दफा होना है. जीके सर से तुझे पंजाब से दफा होना है और आउटर एरियाज में पंजाबी को लेके जाना है एनआरआईज में.
Yes.
I would like to take a very first question from Menika Jindal ma'am. Please go ahead and ask your first question, please. Thank you. Unmute yourself.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. तो आत्मवंदन मैम, मेरा तो यही क्वेश्चन है कि आपकी जो जर्नी है, मैं तो रो रही थी सुन के, तो मुझे तो ये पंजाबी में ही सुननी है क्योंकि मेरी सोल तो आपकी सोल से मर्ज है. ये मैम जानती हैं, मैं इनकी ही शिष्या हूँ. इन्होंने मुझे डांट के यहाँ तक पहुंचा दिया. मैं कहीं तक पहुंचने वाली नहीं थी. हालांकि मैं शुरू से ही भक्ति में थी, लेकिन स्पिरिचुअलिटी में जब से आई हूँ, इन्होंने ही यहाँ तक पहुंचाया कि मैं सबके सामने ऐसे बोल सकूं. तो मेरी तो यही ख्वाहिश है कि मैडम अगला सेशन आप पंजाबी में भी जरूर करना, इंग्लिश में भी करो. वहाँ की ऑडियंस से भी जुड़ना है, हमें स्पिरिचुअलिटी में आगे बढ़ना है. तो बट पूरी जर्नी आप पंजाबी में भी जरूर शेयर करना प्लीज.
जी, करेंगे कभी.
So for all our English audience, what Menika ji said that, ma'am, I am connected to you through soul. So you have to do the same session in Punjabi so that I can understand that better. And she was crying all through the session, listening to her journey. And she also said that Gurpinder ma'am is the one who helped her reach here in her journey. If she wasn't there, it wasn't possible for her to come to this stage. So the only reason she's coming and talking on this platform is because of Gurpinder ma'am. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. And we can have the next question, and that is from Prasna. Prasna, can I please? It's in the chat. And I request you to please come on video if you would like to ask any question.
Sorry, Shivanya, I turned on the video, but
Prasna,
baby's
are you
sleeping.
there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yes, you can ask your question, Prasna.
Ma'am, I'm just trying to ask the question because I have similar experiences. Even I got similar negative visions when my parents passed away. So, is it like, do you get only negative visions or positive visions as well?
I always, in the initial years, I usually got visions about death only.
Hmm.
What is wrong going to happen?
Hmm.
Because universe is, I was so pampered by father, and he also protected me. He was also वो एक ककून की तरह मेरे आसपास प्रोटेक्शन लेयर रखते थे कि इसको डॉक्टर बनना है, क्योंकि बिकॉज इन माय फैमिली इट वाज दैट माय ग्रैंडमदर्स ग्रैंडफादर वो डॉक्टर्स होता है ना, कि खानदान में डॉक्टर बनते आए, तो लड़का नहीं है तो ये डॉक्टर बनेगी, तो उनको ये लगता था कि इसको इतनी सी भी खरोच नहीं आनी चाहिए, मुझे ड्राइव करने नहीं देना, इफ आई हैव टू गो ट्यूशन बाय माई सेल्फ, हॉस्पिटल के एक स्टाफ मेरे साथ साथ जाएगा, साथ साथ जाएगा, वो इतने प्रोटेक्टिव उसमें रखते थे मुझे। और यूनिवर्स ने आगे जाके, यूनिवर्स नोज एवरीथिंग, यूनिवर्स को पता था कि आगे जाके मुझे, क्योंकि अगर जो मेरी छोटी सिबलिंग्स हैं, मेरी सिस्टर्स हैं, दे वर totally brought up by my mother. They are so bold, intelligent, and so courageous because my mother was like a lion. So all four are reflection of her. और me was, ये ना हो जाए, वो ना हो जाए. Papa told me कि you have to be strong outside, but मेरे लिए वो ऐसे वाइब्रेट होते रहते थे, ऐसे कि इसको ये ना हो जाए, इसको ये ना हो जाए, इसको ये ना हो जाए, हर समय, मतलब इतनी प्रोटेक्शन में रखते थे। तो वो कहीं ना कहीं जो आगे जाके मेरे लाइफ के चैलेंजेस आए, इतने चैलेंजेस भयंकर वाले, कि एक टाइम तो ऐसा आ गया, एक दिन किसी ने पूछा कि लाइफ में शौक कितना लगता है, तो मैंने कहा मैं हर वक्त सोचती हूँ कि कौन सा दिन ऐसा गया कि जिस दिन शौक नहीं लगा, जिस दिन मेजर शौक नहीं लगा। एक टाइम ऐसा था कि एक शौक से निकल के आई, दूसरा कोई सोशल, कोई रिलेशन, कोई हेल्थ, कोई कुछ अब्यूज। सो शॉक प्रूफ बाहर से हुई, लेकिन अंदर से बॉडी ने उतना ही ड्रेन करना शुरू कर दिया।
So again, to translate this for our English audience, ma'am, for especially for Prasna. So ma'am is saying that she was very, very, very overprotective from her father. Her other four sisters are reflection of her mother, who's very strong already. So someone asked her sometimes, did you feel any shocks? And but ma'am's answer was, tell me the day when I didn't. And so she used to have only death experiences, visions in the beginning, but I guess as she progressed in her journey, now she have both visions. Is that right, ma'am?
Now it's right.
Yes.
And now in the dream I am able to change the situation.
Yes. Oh, in the dream you are able to change the situation.
Change the, I got vision in 1 or 2 days, again and again, some days 4 days continuously, one series of events came on in front of me, even waking, even during sleep. वो सीरियल चलता है, जागते हुए भी सोते हुए भी एक ही किसी लाइफ का इंसिडेंट चलता रहेगा, जिसकी अब की प्रेजेंट लाइफ में रिफ्लेक्शन या इफेक्ट आ रहा है। and during all that periods I used to change those.
How, ma'am? How do you change the dream? like the vision.
When we get aware of everything, then you have to go into the zero state, that I have no अपने आप को पूरी तरह न्यूट्रल करके जीरो में लेके जाना पड़ता है.
So ma'am, were you doing that when you were meditating, or when you were doing that in your dreams, or you were doing that in your physical
household work, doing household work even?
So eventually you're saying
that
yes,
scene
we create
keep
our
on
reality.
see, yeah, that is
Yes.
when in 2008 or 9, when I start learning Reiki, I did Grandmaster. At that time, that feature enable me. I never go in past lives. I saw many past life. मेरे घर में कोई किराएदार आना होता है, उसके आगे पीछे के विजन, कहीं पे भी किसी के साथ सब कुछ, और जागते हुए होता है वो सब. नींद में मेरा रहता है कि जो मल्टी पैरेलल, आई यूज टू टाई ऑफ वेकअप, आई यूजुअली वेकअप so tiredly always, जितना मर्जी फ्रेश होके एक्सरसाइज करके, and then I slowly went talk to masters and explore at night time during sleep. I जो मल्टी डायमेंशनल है वहां पे जा के वर्क करना, और वहां से बॉडी फिर इतनी टायर्ड हो जाती है, दैट एंड पास्ट लाइफ एंड क्लियर वायंस दैट आर ऑलवेज विद मी. घर में खाना बना रही हूँ, कपड़े धो रही हूँ, सेशन चल रहा है, दिस इज ऑल गोइंग ऑन.
So I want to tell to our audience, ma'am is saying that she had changed her reality. She could go to other dimensions, change it, and then come back. And I also want to add, when the one thing that stays with me, what ma'am told me when I got sick, very, very sick, she told me, Shivani, stay in present moment. So that helped me come out of that, the state of intense fear and stress in my life when I got diagnosed with cancer. So always when I used to fear, I just say, Shivani, come in present moment, Shivani, come in present moment. So that stays, and I can see how ma'am could see it and tell it. So thank you, ma'am. Sorry, Rashmi ji, I saw you there asking a question and we missed you. If you're still here.
No, it's all right, because I think whatever I wanted to ask, you already asked the same thing. My question was like, ma'am, you were saying, thank you for sharing your childhood story and the way you got the vision. So my question was, you initially started to get those negative vision. Did you try anything? I'm not sure, like probably you have already spoken about it. um did you deliberately try something like deep meditation or some kind of a path you chose where you could convert those negative visions into looking into some kind of positive, like?
Yeah, in 1997, when I came in touch with the devotee of Ramakrishna Mission, then because in Sikhism and in our day-to-day life, nobody understand this, that I saw that my father's death before, and I have such visions. They said, oh, बस चुप हो जाओ, किसी को बताना नहीं. We are not allowed not to speak.
Yep.
We are not allowed to. And in the age of 18, at that time, I was in the teenage. Na? And nobody tell us to speak about these things. But I can only, and as I told, in college, there is no one there because of that action I took regarding ragging. There is no friend of mine. Nobody was there to talk in a college, and nobody was there talk to me in the house, because all sisters are younger. And after father's death, mother got panic attacks. Naturally,
No,
husband passed, and
sorry to interrupt, ma'am. What Rashmi is asking, when you were having negative experiences like death and
Yes.
everything, what made it change to positive experience?
That's what I am telling. कि nobody, there was nobody to talk on these topics. I start a little bit talking about these things in 1997 when a devotee from the Ramakrishna mission came to my life. But we are meeting in the families. We are
Yeah.
sitting in the social platform. So I can't talk openly there. Then, but when I go to Ramakrishna mission, I sit in front of Ramakrishna Parahans. Then, in deep trance and deep meditations, when I first connected with him, his consciousness, and I used to visit daily Ramakrishna Mission Ashram, and I used to sit in front of Thakur. Then I start getting answers there.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then I slowly asked Baba, who is my mentor there, who introduced Ramakrishna Mission in my life, Vivekananda Maha Thakur. That at that time, the pain of father's loss, I little bit it
Able to come out of it.
just
Yep.
come out of that. And then I start talking. But in my family, even now, I am taking so many sessions. My families, my sisters, our areas in the Punjab areas, they will say what the ridiculous things she is saying.
Hmm.
Even
Yeah.
still, you are a doctor, what rubbish you are talking about.
about.
Even then they are in such condition.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for sharing your experiences once again. And before wrapping up, I would just be grateful again to you. And those experiences which you just started and we just paused it, we will keep on, doing the series. And in the next episode, you have to share everything again. Because that's personally, as I said earlier, that personally I would like to know that. And I'm sure 100% that everybody over here would like to learn more about your journey. And I think out of 1,000 pages of book, maybe more. I'm just my counting is till 1,000. So we have just counted your 20 pages up
We
till
were
now.
just started.
Yeah, just started. Yeah, and by every page we learn more and more and more. So let's do it again. And thank you once again. We'll wrap up this session over here because I know that everybody is getting late and this is 15 past 10 over here. So um, it will be very I don't have words to say anymore, but it will be very pleasure that if you say yes to our next episode, and we will have you on board again, and we'll do it this session once again. Thank you very much.
Definitely, because lots of things. My main area of spirituality, when it get fast, it's fast pace. It get a fast pace after I visited Ramakrishna Mission, and after that things becomes lots of changes are there, and again ये नहीं है कि वहां के बाद स्मूथ हो गया, फिर 4 साल के बाद फिर बड़ा धक्का, फिर बड़ा धक्का, फिर बड़ा धक्का.
That's what we would like to
That's
learn.
what we want to know, ma'am. And again, in interest of time, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll join again for the second episode for ma'am, because here's what the interesting things, I guess, for everyone is gonna start,
Absolutely.
and we will know how to overcome our problems. And for me personally, ma'am, you have been a very big support, and thank you so much. And we'll meet you again. Probably we'll discuss. We earlier thought it's gonna be a fortnight session because it's a second episode with you. We will check with you later. Is it possible for you to come next Monday, or we will then meet in a fortnight time? And to our audience, we will notify accordingly when we are having a next session to finish the series with ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you all. This
Love
this
you
was just
all.
a spark, and we will
Yes.
fire it later.
Yes. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am. कहानी
Thank
अभी
you.
बाकी है मेरे दोस्त.
Yes.
The sequel part.
Thank
We are
you,
waiting.
Kanchan. Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you
Kanchan.
so
Thank you,
much.
everybody.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thanks for your time.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Shivani
Good
and
night.
Sarvoj. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Your
you.
interactions give me your Give me the support to come out from my comfort zone and to overcome my fears
Yes.
and to
Same for us,
express
ma'am.
myself.
Thank you.
क्योंकि मेरे प्लेटफॉर्म पे जब वो होता है मेरी यात्रा, मैं अभी तक 120 एपिसोड उसके गेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस शेयरिंग के कर चुकी हूँ अपने प्लेटफॉर्म पे. एवरीबडी से मैम आपका सुनना है, तो मैंने कहा मेरा सुनना है तो वो बहुत लंबा है, कोई लिखने वाला चाहिए, हम बुक ही लिखेंगे.
Yes.
I was just watching yours today, and I was very humbly glad that I saw it, and
Yes.
we'll surely do it again.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you
Thank
so
you, ma'am.
much, ma'am.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.